I'm going wire to wire down 124. Jumping on 124 from 24, taking it wire to wire all the way down to the Morristown Green. Start off in the Cougar's Den, drive through the mean streets of Madison, Convent Station, and then Motown. There you go, you get a little look-see at the Short Hills Mall, to the mall in Morristown, the Morristown Green. Hopefully the picture will clear up with the sun no longer in our face. Look at those street signs. Look at them. How many times in your life have you taken this off-ramp? How many times? Tell me. Who do you think? I would say the person who has driven that off-ramp the most in their life would have to be from Madison or Chatham and be a limo driver going to and from Newark Airport. That's my guess. But I would venture to guess, yeah, you know what? Some contractors might be able to. Anyway, such a silly discussion. Cherry blossoms are in full effect on 124, by the way. Who needs Branch Brook Park when you could just drive down 124? Leads me to ask, why are there so many cherry blossoms along 124? I mean, you're going to see they're the whole way. Now, is that part of civic planning? Is it a cheap tree, or did all the towns coordinate? There seems to be a lot. I'm not complaining. They're beautiful. I'm going to zoom in for a drive through town. Tell you, a lot of the buildings in a town like Chatham have changed for sure, but driving through it still feels the same. It almost like the same aura, like the same little pauses and stuff, like right back there when at that last light, it's all the same pauses and stops and goes and flows. I feel like I've driven through Chatham more in my life on 24 than Madison, because once you get to Madison, you get off 124. barked trees. I feel like I'm driving through the Chemin de Compostelle. You know that painting in France, that French Impressionist painting that a lot of people, my mother included, they used to like to paint. All right, we are done with the Chatham portion of the drive. Welcome to Madison. Oh, once we get by this next cherry blossom tree, y'all about to lose your minds. Up in here, up in here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear. Can't wait to hear it. And I don't disagree. Cherry blossoms. Old Dunkin' Donuts. It's not the way it used to be, but from what I understand, Dunkin' Donuts in Madison was one of the last Dunkin' Donuts to have their own in-house bakery. Remember, way back in the 70s and 80s, you're a little kid, you can go up, put your little face against the glass and watch your donuts being made. Wow, Boston cream. No mas. Dunkin' Donuts hardly even sells donuts anymore. It's all like the frappuccinos and all that sort of stuff. We're into the mixed drinks. I think there's some more bagels than donuts now. Thought I heard that. Big city lights. Madison should make an ordinance like, all right, you can fix some of the buildings if you own the properties, but from this intersection to Green Village, from Waverly to Green Village, you're not allowed to change. Ever. Although they're looking to change the Waverly Place. I don't know enough about it. I'm a stoic. Just so you know, I'm a stoic. I try not to get involved with things I can't control and stress out over things that don't pertain to me. So I try not to pay attention to local stuff unless it's like school board stuff that actually impact me. But from what I understand, the proposal is to get rid of the island in Waverly Place and expand the sidewalks so you could have more sidewalk dining. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. Now, do you have to put a blinker on here or not? I always do, but I see other people that don't. It's very confusing. One of these days I'll have to drive through Drew. One of these days, and it won't be long. You look for me, girl, and I'll be gone. Babe. Am I going to get it? Am I going to catch the light? St. Paul inside the walls. It's better than St. Paul off the wall. Off the wall. Michael, get off the wall. Mother yelling at him. That's where he came up with the title of that album. Except I don't think she had a southern accent. The Madison Hotel has changed hands. It is under, I don't know who bought it, but it's a company that owns a bunch of like medium to larger sized hotels. You know, the fancy schmancy types. Steakhouses. I heard Rod's and GK's Tavern have remained intact, but the hotel has made changes. Like they filled in the pool, and I think some areas of the hotel have been painted. But I heard the restaurant is still the same. You'll notice some gaps filled in here and there. Like there's some gaps filled in up here with Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, and BMW. I feel like that was I feel like this whole section was a gap that needed to be filled. Just my 2 cents. Yield. Unless you're faster than me. hospice on the left and the hospital on the right. I used to refer to this as the right side is life and the other side is death. But it's all life. I've come to the conclusion it's all life. I feel like I got nothing to say on this one. I got it all out of me in my morning video. I'm going to start scheduling interviews. Morristown, crazy cherry blossoms. I knew it. You can't see behind me, but like, I know that left-hand lane after Kings is left turn only. See, I know that. But I just had a sixth sense that the person that was right on my outside bumper, I just had a sixth sense that they didn't know that. So as once I got through the intersection, was going to move over to the left, I just had a hunch they were going to keep going straight, and they did, but they caught themselves. But I was ready for them. I was ready for the swerve. The conflict avoidance. I know this technology used to exist, but I wish someplace like the Mayo could still do it. And I know most people would hate it. I'm just thinking out loud. There used to be a marketing technique called Bluetooth broadcasting. So when you drove by a business establishment, if they had a Bluetooth broadcaster, they could text an ad out to you. Naturally, that got squashed because, that's essentially spam. But it would be interesting if you could opt into something like that. So that when you're driving by the Mayo, I want to know what shows are going to be playing there. But I can't pull my phone out right now, and by the time I remember to look, I'm going to forget. So then I'll end up not going to any shows because I forgot to even think about it. But what if, when I drive by the Mayo, if I had opted in, could they have Bluetooth broadcasted me their schedule for the next 6 months? So when I got to my destination, see who's at the Mayo. Somebody's probably going to tell me, hey, dummy, that already exists. Hey, dummy. See, it's weird right now that the Morristown Green is so empty. It is 9:45. I'm willing to bet by noon there's going to be quite a few people in and walking through the green. because it's still a touch chilly. People aren't quite out for walking around town unless they're walking their dogs or something. I think the pace is going to pick up here in an hour or so. So wire to wire, 124. I know what you're thinking. I'm not going to mend them. I want to go home. If this is the first time seeing one of my dash cams, I've done tons of dash cams of the area. You have to go to my YouTube channel, which is Mike Westhead, Westhead Sports, or you can find it on my Facebook profile. Got a whole lot of videos. Am I gonna make this light, or am I gonna catch every single light in town? I feel like I've caught coming through Morristown. It's the law of averages, because I did a video the other day where I didn't catch any lights. Lights today, and I'm going to catch the next one up there. Sometimes you catch the lights, sometimes the lights catch you. Whole lot of lights. Whole lot of lights. My obligatory parody song for the trip. So I'm going a little bit further than 124. I guess I'll show you. I'll stop it after All Souls Hospital, which is no longer there. Wire to wire, 124. Gone. All Souls Hospital.